Hi guys, welcome to Connectra, a platform where we're uniting and uplifting all the businesses of the Jain community. Today we've got not one but two brilliant smiles joining us, the dynamic dental duo, Dr. Adit Shah and Dr. Pooja Shah, founders of Shah's Dental Serenity, a modern dental practice based in South Mumbai and Julu. So we're going to talk teeth, smiles and myths. Let's find out all the secrets to the cliche Bollywood style and that smile. Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. So tell me, you both run Shah's Dental Serenity together as a couple and as professionals. So what is it like working side by side every day? How do you balance that personal and professional life?
So it's great. The thing is that when you are running a business, or let's say in our case it's a clinic, at some point you get stuck and you really need someone to advise you, and who better than your spouse? Like, you can trust them blindly and you know that your decision is going to be correct. What else?
You will have very genuine advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never to doubt and think over it again. But everything has its pros and cons. It's like we are always discussing the clinic and patients, be it home or a clinic. So you can say this is a little con side of it. But otherwise it's great.
Exactly. Yeah. So everything is very honest, there's no like
Yes, absolutely.
pretending to be somebody else. Or...
Yes.
That's very great. So how did the idea of creating a modern age dental experience sound out?
So it came during our post-graduation days. So we were together, and what during our those days we noticed was that level of dentistry, the level of technology outside of India is a very high level. So we wanted to get that in India as well, and we want to incorporate a technologically high standard clinic in Mumbai. And we also have an intraoral scanner which we adopted in year of 2017. At that time, only 0.1% of Indian dentists had them at their clinic, and it's been 8 years now. Almost 2 out of 10 dentists have them. Still, it's not been widely incorporated by all the dentists. So the idea being that we wanted to give approach to the patients through technology and showing them the future, showing them how their smiles are going to look before we start the treatment.
And post graduation was a time when we were involved in lot of dental research. So that is when we got exposed to lot of dental technologies, and I think at that time we were sure that when we start the clinic we have to incorporate this thing. So it actually started right during our post graduation time.
So what does it do basically, the scan?
So what it does, it is kind of a camera which clicks your teeth, and you can actually see the picture of your teeth live. And it can even show you the changes. Like if your teeth say it is crooked or it's not aligned properly, that software can actually align the teeth and show that post treatment how you're going to look. So it's
That
really
sounds
amazing.
Like you all got that AI way back actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at that time, I think less than 0.5% of clinics in India had that thing, and we were one amongst them.
Great. So, in your experience, what are the common mistakes people make while taking care of their teeth?
So first obvious thing is that people get lot of influenced by what they see on social media these days, like getting influenced by fancy toothpaste or say some fancy products which are there, and they use onto them. Now the thing is that how you have a skincare routine, you have a oral hygiene or a dental routine too, and it is necessary that you consult your dentist and you follow that instead of just inadvertently using the products.
Whatever you see on the net is not true always.
Yeah, like brush once and the yellow becomes white.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. You have to follow a routine, and professional advice is needed. So this is a common mistake which people make, and people don't understand that your dental health is related to your overall health. It's not only about just brushing and flossing. Your teeth need right kind of nutrients. Like if your diet is not correct, you're not having right minerals or vitamins, then again it is going to show effect on your teeth and gums. So these are the two common mistakes. I think not relating your teeth with the overall health and just using products without any proper knowledge.
I've never heard anybody saying that you should eat well for your teeth.
Of course you have to. Vitamins and minerals are must to keep your gums and teeth healthy.
So we had right now a lot of people are talking about gut health.
Yeah.
But where does the food go from? It's from your mouth. So oral health is more like it's as equally important as gut health.
Many people still believe that brushing twice a day is enough. Is it really true? Or should we be doing more?
Brushing twice a day along with proper mouthwash is enough, but only if you are doing it in a correct way. And if you are, if you are just brushing really hard, or if you are not changing your toothbrush every 3 months, then it is not going to help you.
Do you remember when you last changed your toothbrush?
No, so it is must every 3 months you should discard the old one and just take a new toothbrush. And even something which is has not gained so much of importance is this water flosser. This is the it really does magic to your teeth, especially if your teeth are not aligned or if they are crooked. Then it is must to in a very good oral hygiene routine. Each and everyone should incorporate this. So I think proper toothbrush with proper technique, mouthwash, and a water flosser, and I think anyone can have a good sorted oral hygiene.
Yes. Also, more important should be given to use an electric toothbrush or a handheld one, because it gives a proper motion while brushing it.
Yeah, it's not too hard.
Yes.
When we brush, we put a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
We get
Yes.
done with it quickly.
Yeah.
Go home and change your toothbrush. That's the first thing you want to do. So how often do you recommend someone should visit their dentist for a checkup, even if there's no visible sign of any problem?
So even if there is no problem, dental visit once in every 6 months is a must. Like even if you are eating, chewing, smiling wholeheartedly, still you need to get your teeth checked once in every 6 months.
And during that time, a lot of issues might crop up during the 6 months also. What you ate, the doctor might tell you this is not good for your teeth. This is not. You should avoid that. And you can get a proper cleaning also done during the sessions. And doctor can advise henceforth what to take care of and what to do for your teeth.
So, would you say that our teeth and oral care are the underrated parts of our body when it comes to self-care? We often focus on skin and hair and all sorts of things.
So now see, lot of importance is given to a skin and hair. But if you see your face smiling without a missing tooth, will you like it? Just imagine
Imagine Madhuri without a smile. Or
without
Anushka Sharma
my
or
two teeth missing.
Deepika without with crooked smiles.
So now awareness has definitely come, and people are taking care of their teeth, but still it is little underrated. People approach to dental problems when actually there is a problem.
Yeah.
It is very well said that prevention is always better than cure. So that is still yet to be imbibed, right?
So dentistry is not expensive. Negligence is. So you keep on avoiding that I'll take a medicine and avoid going to dentist. It might increase a problem for a minor problem to a major problem by just negligence.
I'm so scared of dentists. I would take a Doro and just get done with it rather than going
So
on.
that is increasing a problem manifold.
Just that thing is so scary.
No, see, dentistry is scary because of the history of dentistry. It is because if you go down the line like 15-20 years back, the dentistry was painful, it was uncomfortable for the patients because the technology was not that advanced. But now, when initially, like if you go 20 years back, 15 years back, root canals used to take 2 to 3 sittings, 5 sittings. But now, even the infectious thing or an infectious root canal can be treated in just 1 or 2 sittings. And when they are motorized with the advanced, machines which are available, it is not at all painful. So, many a times those past experiences, like your mom would have told you, oh, that root canal was so painful. But now that time has gone. So, I think now the fear is also going down and it would go more down in few years to come.
Okay, so what are some simple everyday ways people can improve their smile without any professional treatment?
Okay, so first thing, as you had only asked, that doing your dental visits at least once in every 6 months, that is the first thing.
And improving a smile without professional help doesn't happen. It's just a myth. You need a professional help to improve your smile.
You
There's
can
no
say
other
you
way.
can maintain it.
Yeah.
If
but
you do
can't
your dental visits regularly, you can maintain it at home with mouthwashes, electric
that's just
brushes.
maintaining the hygiene, but not improving your smile as such.
Okay, so we need to come to you. So tell me, you all recently opened a second branch at Juhu. tell us about this expansion? What made you take that leap, and how is it different from your already existing one?
So, when we had opened Shaz Dental Serenity, this is about 12 years back, our vision was to focus obviously on the local patients, and we wanted to dedicate this clinic to international patients, dental tourism. In this clinic. So, say in Shaz Dental Serenity, we have had patients from 30 plus countries in about this 12 years. Next step which we wanted to take is to enter that glam industry where these models and actors, they need to improve their smile, where
More of a cosmetic and aesthetic
yeah,
procedure.
more of cosmetic and aesthetic procedure, and Juhu is like hub for those
Yeah.
people. So we always had dreamt that our next step, if you want to progress, then it has to be towards the cosmetic and aesthetic part of the dentistry. So that is what made us choose Juhu as the location.
And also the place is such a good location that it's like anyone who comes in doesn't feel like they are at a clinic. At both our clinics, we have not made a clinics to feel someone coming in, and again we have made a very good interior, nice ambience, and that also allays the fear of going to a dentist. So that is our aim, and this is more we've created towards a more luxury segment, more aesthetic, where you can see upcoming models or actors can come and visit us in Juhu.
So I saw a lot of international clients on your page too. How are they coming to you, and why do they come to India when it is so advanced as here?
So see, why do international patients come to India? There are two factors. First is time, and other is cost. If you take any advanced countries like be it in UK or US, to get a dental appointment over there, you might have to wait for a week. And if you want to do procedures, then
That's,
say
if there's an emergency, then only you get in a week.
sometimes it can go up to a month also. That's right.
Yeah.
But here, when they come to us, say a full mount crowns or a smile designing case with implants or crowns can be finished practically within 7 to 10 days. So first is the time factor, and second is of course the cost. What they get in their country, same thing they can get over here in about
1/10 of the
one-tenth of the price.
and 1/10 of the time as well.
Yes, and the quality remains like at par, if not less at par. So these are the two main reasons why it happens. And why do they come to us? Like how we have built this is of course because we commit to the time and we really give them the result in the shortest time possible. And we have exclusive tie-up with dental labs. So they are dedicated to work for us. So if some patient is coming here only for 7 days and we know well in advance that we have to finish the treatment, we are able to do so. Like since 10 years we are doing it and we are able to deliver such results.
So what are dental implants? How do they work? And how do I know if I really need one?
Okay, so how do you know you really need one? If you have a tooth missing in your mouth, then that you are, you have to choose dental implants. Now, basically, dental implants are titanium screws which are placed in the bone, and they act like natural tooth root. Like every tooth has a root part which goes into the bone, and then there is a tooth on it. So that tooth actually, it goes inside the bone and it is like a foundation for the natural tooth. So a dental implant is as good as a natural tooth. It feels like it is really growing from the jawbone, and once it is there, there are very less chances of any infection or something happening in the implants. And they purposely, they usually stay for as long as there is bone in your jaws. So they are the most natural way to replace any missing tooth.
So similarly, what are aligners, and who should get them? What should be the expectations?
So aligners are a type of braces. So if you talk about braces, the first image which pops up in your mind is a metal blocks on your teeth, a wire running through, and the person in a lot of trauma can't eat that, can't eat this. So aligners are some like braces but not braces because they're invisible, they are more comfortable, they are customized to the teeth of the patient. The metal braces are, you take it from a box and put it on the teeth. So everyone has an adjusting period. It could be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. and with food restrictions. You can't have anything hard or sticky. With aligners, they are removable. So you can remove them, eat whatever you want, you can wear them back, and the treatment goes on. So that comfort is very helpful to the patient, and the fear of having metal braces because it spoils your look.
Yeah.
And with aligners, it's completely transparent. No one needs to know that you're getting a treatment done. So that is basically a gist of what aligners are. And who needs them? Anyone having crooked teeth, having spacing between their teeth are overlapping, and right from the ages of 8 up till 60, anyone who has good teeth should go for it.
But what about the time frame? Do aligners?
So it depends on how severe the teeth positions are. Some teeth are like just minor spaces that can be closed in 5 to 6 months. Others might take a longer time if the teeth are not coming from a correct position. To get them in line might take a year to 2 years also.
And so, like I mentioned, many people feel scared, including me, to go to a dentist. How true is that fear, and how do treatments like implants or aligners make you feel?
So aligners are very happy because they're really a very good option. But implants, so the basic, anyone wants to enter a dental office, they have a lot of fears from their parents, from their neighbors, from their friends. They have also experienced something. So the best way, what we have done at our clinic is creating a good ambience, having a good interiors, calm presence. So if you have seen our clinic photos, they are having a lot of nature. So the leaves, flowers, so you want to make them feel relaxed. We have good ambient music going around, good smell going around. We have a smart TV where they can keep on watching whatever like. They can also tell us they want to watch something particular. So their interest is there, and we can go on with our treatment. So that the distraction helps the patient to allay their fears.
Do you also treat children, or do you have a pediatric dentist in your room?
Yeah, so we do that, and we have a pedodontist on call. So whenever there is a child walking in, we do the checkup, and then always the pedodontist joins in for the treatment.
So you both have beautiful smiles yourselves. So what is your
Thank you.
personal routine or go-to dental care routines with that?
So person would be brushing twice, that is bare minimum, and using a water flosser. So that is the main tip which I should give. Like I should say to everyone, use a water flosser to remove all the food debris remaining in your mouth.
This flossing has not been important in India. Like I see flossing, people abroad flossing, it's like a part of their routine.
Correct.
But why has it not come here yet?
No, so see, it has come. It's not that, but which flosser to use. See, flossing is not only about thread. There are something called as interdental brush. They also can be used as floss. Water flosser is where this water is causing your action of flossing the thing. So in India, it has come, but people do not know at what stage which flossing technique to use. So sometimes, it may cause harm also. Like if suppose there are two crowns and you put your thread flosser between that, it's not going to go. And finally the crown gets
Right,
dislodged and
Or you create spaces
it creates
between them.
spaces. So if you do your dental visits and checkups regularly, you will really know that what kind of flossing is best for you.
So finally, what's your vision for Shah's Dental Serenity in the coming years, and what exciting projects or technologies are you bringing now?
So in Shah's Dental Serenity, as of now, we always had a vision to spread smiles globally. So as I told you that as of now we have our presence in 30 plus countries, but now we want to cater to patients like double the number in next 2-3 years. So recently, we have upgraded our intraoral scanner, which Dr. Adit spoke about. So it is the best scanner which is available in India as of now. And we look up to adding advanced dental technologies or machines which keep on coming and just treat the patients from all over the world.
I'm sure with the kind of knowledge that you have, it's amazing. So tell us, are there any specific foods or drinks that particularly harm our teeth or cause discoloration?
So every aerated drink practically which has soda and all food items which have large quantity of sugar are potential food items or drinking items which can damage your teeth because they easily produce acid in the body, in your mouth, and it can really damage the tooth enamel. And especially even if you are having these things which contains soda or sugar, you should avoid them at least 2 to 3 hours before you sleep. I mean, you should not have that in that window, otherwise it causes more damage.
How about smoking and shisha? No, we've heard it damages our lungs, but what about the teeth?
No. How does it enter? Like smoking, or your first thing which it comes into contact is, your teeth.
Yeah.
So smoking and shisha not only damages your teeth enamel, it can actually discolor your teeth, discolor your gums. But
And also cause a lot of calculus, a lot of smoke deposits on your gums. So your gums will discolor, your teeth will discolor, and you lose a lot of upper layer of your teeth. So smoking is bad for your body also and bad for your teeth also.
and see, smoking is like a silent killer. It actually, damages the bone inside. You will not realize if you smoke continuously for say about 10 to 12 years and you evaluate the bone, the amount of bone literally goes down. It kills the bone inside. The smoking literally kills the bone.
So, dental implants and aligners and all are new terms which we've been hearing of lately. But wisdom tooth is something that we've been hearing around since ages and ages. What is the whole thing around wisdom tooth?
So wisdom tooth, as we call, is akal dad. So they are the last teeth to come out. And with age, so long time back, we used to eat a lot of raw food. We are eating a lot of processed food right now. So when we are eating raw food, we required so many teeth, and our jaws are bigger in size. So as with nature, we grow, we develop. So we started eating processed food. So jaws shrunk, and the last, whoever comes last doesn't get the seat. So same with the wisdom teeth. So they didn't get the seat, so they might grow horizontally, vertically, or somewhere else. So that is why whenever they come, they erupt. They'll come with a lot of pain. They'll give a lot of pressure to the adjoining area, and they are the bad apple. They have to be removed as soon as possible when the pain starts, or else they start decaying the other teeth also.
But what if there's no pain and it's just lying there? Does it still harm?
Yeah.
Is it preserved or removed?
No, so see, it all depends upon how the position of the tooth is. So you should when you do your regular dental checkups, when the dentist does the x-rays, I think he can actually
That's
guide
the
you.
first time when you notice the wisdom tooth is coming up.
If it is damaging the tooth in the front, the tooth which is next to it, and there are no symptoms, no pain, still it has to be removed. And I would just like to clear that there's one myth we have heard from a lot of patients कि अक्कल दाढ़ निकाला तो हमारा विजन चला जाएगा. So it never happens. Like it is absolute myth. It can never happen. And if wisdom tooth is damaging your jaws or your bite, please remove them.
God, I'm scared. Also, dentistry is not always right on the corporates. It's as you mentioned that you should go to a dentist every 6 months. How is it possible to spend a lot of money all the time?
So see, it's a very good question. But say if you're visiting a dentist in every 6 months, you might have to pay 2,000 or 3,000 bucks. But there are very high chances that if you go to a dentist only when there is a problem, you will end up paying 20-25,000.
That takes more time.
Okay. So dentistry is not expensive, as Dr. Adit said, like it is.
Guys, that was Adit and Pooja, Dr. Adit and Dr. address Thank you for making dental care sound a lot scary and a lot more smile worthy. If you're in Mumbai and want to experience a different kind of dental visit, do check Shah's Dental Serenity on Instagram. Thank you guys for staying here, and for more such podcasts, please like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.